Hello and welcome back. So today we are looking at two PSPs. I have been on a bit of a spree of PSP recently, and a friend of mine asked me to pick up a PSP, so I bid on eBay a couple of times, and I won more than I wanted to win, basically. So I managed to get him one, but then I won this double off eBay. So I thought, whatever, I can always use more more PSPs from eBay. I'm not going to complain. Both of these actually had faults on them, so nothing too major. They're actually pretty nice consoles, to be fair. They've just, each one has got like a minor thing that needs to be sorted. So I thought we'd have a look at them today and see what we can do. One of the repairs is actually something that I've done before in a previous time. The other one I've never done. So I've ordered the parts and they've come. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first one we're going to look at today is this one actually has a damaged screen. There's like a massive crack just all the way down the middle of it, so it just looks horrendous. So we're going to have a look at replacing that one, which is easily enough done. Everything else seems to be working on it. And then the second one seems to be absolutely fine. They both play games absolutely fine, but this one I can't seem to get past this sort of stage, because if you actually have a look, nope, wrong side, it does not seem to be responding. So I had a little look online, and what I basically got out of this was that there seems to be a problem with the 2000 and 3000s where the buttons seem to go. So I managed to pick up a pack. Oop, that's a bit reflective, but I managed to get a pack from the internet from a place called Z Labs. Never heard of them, but yeah, they had the membranes from. So I thought I'd give that a go and give it a bit of a mess around. And the other one, I managed to get a screen. So I figured, because I've done the screen replacement before, I might give that one a go first. And I'm just going to kind of go through it, and then, yeah, just let me know what you think. And I don't know whether I'm going to do this right. I'm by no means saying that I'm a pro. But yeah, I'm going to get into it. So, like I said, we're going to start off first with the screen replacement. So, yeah, like I say, I picked this up. This was just an eBay job. I think it was from China or somewhere like that. And yeah, I've pretty much used these before. They're pretty straightforward, to be honest with you. So I'm just going to go through the process now. Ooh, I don't know how well you can see that. I'm guessing that's a little screen protector that's on there, because if so, that looks a little bit. Let me just bring it to the camera there and see if you can see. It's a little bit scratched, but it looks like there's something on there. So we'll have a look at that in a minute. So, right. So I've got a couple of little tools with me. The first thing you need to do is take you need to take the battery off. I think I need to move this up just a slight little bit. Maybe have a little play thing. But yeah, that's basically it right there. So, it's got screws all around it. So you've got screws around the sides by here. You've got a screw underneath by here. And then you've got two screws on the top, and then in the battery compartment there's actually there's also a little screw that you got to take off. So I'm just going to remove the battery, and what I've also done, these actually weren't tampered with at all when I bought them. I've just taken this off, and I mean, I'm void. I mean, I'm not going to cry about it at this stage. But yeah, just to be aware, if you were thinking about getting your money back, bit late in the day now. So yeah, so like I say, I'm just going to take my time and get these screws out and just start the ball rolling, really. So one thing I will say is, if you're going to do this repair, I would highly recommend, I mean highly recommend, doing this on either cloth or some kind of rubber mat, because what I can say is it's a bit of a nightmare if you lose any of these screws. You need just to put it down somewhere. So yeah, like I say, it's a pretty straightforward one. This, like I said, I've had this experience before. I think maybe the second or third PSP that I picked up actually had this very same problem. So there we go. So as you can see, I don't know how well you can see, but that is literally the size of the screws. So you don't want to be losing any of these, because I don't know how easy they are to find again, to be honest with you. So yeah, but anyway, like I said, the void sticker hasn't actually been taken off this one at all. So I don't know. I don't think any of them have been. I don't think this has been tampered with before. I think this is just a straightforward. Someone used it, broke it. So just get these out now. So they're slightly smaller. I don't know how well you can see this, but there's slightly smaller screws on the top. So that's a way to remember which ones do go in the top. So I try and keep which ones go together. So they are tiny, and I mean tiny. So yeah, right, I'm having a bit of a problem with this one. So I'm just gonna try and find the thread. Like I said, I wouldn't imagine it being rounded off or anything like that, but I don't know. I'm not sure. It might just be the tool that I'm using. I don't know. The kit I bought to do this was off eBay, and we're talking like well, maybe it was just pushed out. Maybe it's not the tools. You know what they say, bad workman always blames his tools. But let's see if I can get that out now. Let's just keep going. I'm going to try this one on the inside. So yeah, like I said, this one definitely has never been removed before, because the sticker was pristine. Both of them actually, both of the stickers were pristine. Right, so I was just wondering why I was having trouble. So at the top by here, there is another screw as well. Wow, so actually that is so fresh and so not touched that was really hard to actually get off, because it's just like it's just not been touched. So yeah. Okay, so this next bit now, what we need to do is this bit by here. There's a little tiny clip, and we just gotta pop him off. And that, I don't know how well you can see how damaged that screen actually is, but there is a mighty whopping great crack through that. So yeah, so what you got to do from here then is you're just looking to pop this off. Be very gentle, because it's very easy to damage. Very, very easy to damage. So and there we go. Okay, so that is now off. Okay, so I'm going to lay him flat for the time being, just to kind of do this, because you've got to bend the screen over with. Okay, so again, this and this is held in, I don't know how well you can see, but this is actually held in by two little ribbons. So it's this one by here and this one by here, and like I said, the little tiny flaps, this one and this one. So yeah, you just want to try and oh no, sorry, tell a lie. This one and the one over in the far corner. So again, I'm going to lay this down flat to do this bit, because I do not want to be messing it up. So I'm just going to move him out of the way. like I said, it's just opening it up. This is one. Okay. I'm going to use another one of my little tools. Where did I put it? There he is. Because I'm not very good at fiddlies. And at this stage of the game, I've just realized I've got the wrong screen. So, oh, that's a pain. Okay, so as you can see, they are two different connectors, which is quite a shame. Focus. But yeah, that doesn't seem to have worked out too well at all. So, back to the drawing board with that one. Oh well. I was hoping that was going to be a little bit more straightforward, but no. At least I have a spare screen if I ever need one. Cannot believe that. Okay. So we are probably just going to leave the PSP in the condition it was in. So I'll just reinstall the old screen just for now, just until I can get one that works. Doesn't have to be too neat because it's broken anyway. Camera died on me then. Okay. So. Ugh. That's devastating. Okay, so the other thing is this. The PSP. The other PSP thing is that. See this little bit by here? This actually goes underneath the screen. So maybe actually if I lift it up just slightly, just slide back a little bit. Can't tell you how gutted I am actually about that. I was hoping I'd be able to get him all fixed and ready to go for the next one, but okay. I mean, he's in for the minute. Let's pop the screws back on. This is not going so well. Yeah, I bet this is fun watching me put a PSP back together. Yeah, that's good. Oh no, that was definitely not cool. I see him. And that goes back to actually what I was just saying. You've got to make sure you put these somewhere safe because, geez, I was lucky then. But there was a good chance I wasn't going to find that ever again then, and I would have had to have bought some more screws. Oh God. Okay, so just checking, and I haven't screwed it back in properly. I haven't reassigned the things properly, so that's not even showing any display now. So come on. He really doesn't want to go in this one. Okay, so that was a big failure. But hey, onwards and upwards. So, we still got another one to play around with though. Note to self: don't buy screens from China. No, there's nothing wrong with Chinese screens. I have used them before. I just obviously have picked up the wrong one. So, that one's a bust. On to number 2. So, here we are. So I got this little pack here, and I believe it is the one with the little rubber dinghy on top, and I think that's what we're going to be needing to replace the inside. So again, when dealing with all this kind of stuff, you have to be very careful not to break any of the ribbon cables, but that looks about right. Yeah, that looks about right. I don't know when I'm supposed to take that off though. Is that a thing? I've never actually done this before, so I'm not sure. I'm gonna have a look and see what this one has got inside, okay, and we're gonna go from there. So again, exactly the same process, just gotta undo the screws. So I'm gonna unscrew him, Um, like I said, I never claimed to be an expert on this. This is just me having a go. Like I said, I have done the screen stuff before. I think that was actually on a 1000 model though, so I mean, maybe there's a difference between the 1000 and the 2000. I mean, obviously the screens are different. But when I bought this, I swear it said it was for a 3000, so I'm not sure. So again, the same thing was done with this, okay? So I've taken the void warranty sticker off, because like I said, I'm not really too worried about that. So again, I forgot to do this. Always just take out the battery first, because you don't know exactly what's going to happen. So yeah, all nice and fresh there. I don't know whether that's going to focus. There we go. Nice and fresh. So again, you got your 2 screws inside, 2 screws on the top, 2 screws there, 1 on the bottom. So yeah, let's just get these out. Oh no! Oh man, I don't know how well that is gonna pick up, but oh my goodness, that is just disgusting. Oh, bit of fluff there. Ooh. Is that gonna hold it there? Is that gonna focus? I don't know how well you're gonna. Ugh. That is just icky. Again, you don't know where these things are going, man. So, you come in. You can come in as well. I mean, I shouldn't be too surprised. These consoles came out in like the early thousands, so you know. I mean, I can't remember when the PSP 3000 came out, but I would imagine it was more than 10 years ago at this point. Maybe 15. So you got to think. I mean, not that I don't think too many people are playing on PSPs these days. Which, to be honest with you, that is gross. To be honest with you, is a shame, because the system itself is a really good console. Vitas are great consoles, but I think they had it right with the PSP. I just think they knew what they were doing. There was plenty of games for it. There was plenty of support for it. You know, it was one of the first ones where you know, back in the day when people didn't have things like mobile phones, they were using PSPs as like their MP3 players and the comic book readers and the games consoles, and it was just, you know, even to watch their movies on and stuff like that. It was a great little system. Why is this not picking up? I don't think it's. Don't tell me there's more grime in here. Keep going with this, alright. It's almost like it's not catching the thread. It's very bizarre. Very fiddly, very fiddly. Which ones have I missed out? We've done the 2 on the top. We've got the 1 on the bottom, and then 2 on the side. Is this going? So again, oh man, those are rotty. Again, I don't know how well that's going to pick up on camera, but you know. So, no, it's not very nice. So we have all of our screws out, and then okay, so we're just gonna take this off now. This one was a lot easier to get off. Look at that. Boom. Okay. Oh man, that is just not. So I would chuck some isopropyl alcohol on this, but unfortunately I haven't got any right this minute. So that is something that I'm gonna have to. Well, I've ordered some, but it's en route. I know that. So same principle again, really. You're just prying this gently. And again, I have a replacement should this be a problem, but. This one's giving me a little bit more grief. I'm not sure why though. What's going on here? You've got to be very careful because there are, I don't know how well you can see, but there are ribbon cables down here that are still very much connected, so you've got to be gentle on taking this off. But try to be careful, otherwise this is going to end up another screen replacement. At the end of the day, the bit I need to get to is just this area over here. So I'm just going to pop this guy out. Okay, so this bit just by here is where I'm having the issue. It's not feeding back any sort of response. Now, from what I can see here, everything's plugged in right. So there's a little tile on this pry here. I might use where is my little tool set? I've lost my tool set. That's always a good start. A little bag of tricks. So what I might do is just go for a different pry tool because we're back in the room. Okay, so got my little bag of tricks by here, and I'm going to use this magnificent beast by here just because I don't want to be messing around and pushing things harder than they need to be. So there's just a little clip around here, and there we go. Okay, so this is like an adhesive on here, so again, like I said, I've never messed around with one of these before, so let's just make sure he's the right size now before I go. Oh yeah, I'm gonna need to, I just realized I'm gonna need to actually pop this guy. Okay, so Sony did a good job of sticking this down. I'm just being very careful, because I really don't want to damage anything. Like that. Pulling on the screen. I'm going to take the screen out a second because my goodness. Okay, so there is a wire by there. I didn't really want to pull him out. I think I've managed to do it without pulling him out. So. Okay, so that is what we're looking at replacing. Okay. So yeah, I don't know why it is that it needs to be replaced, but okay. So that's where we're looking at right now. This bit was a bit fiddly, so just got to be careful with that. Now for this bit, so let's get our right. So we're gonna plug the screen back in. I never said I was good at this stuff, but you know what? This is actually going to be a miracle if this works the way I'm bending these bloody wires on. Okay, so let's give this a little go. See if I can test them out before I put them all back together. Okay, so we're just going to plug them in. This is going really well. That was me just trying to make sure I wasn't being a dumbass and putting the wrong bit in, but no, it definitely is that piece. So I don't know why I'm having so much trouble getting it. And I'm scared now that I'm going to break the actual thing. Okay, so I'm just going to fit him back into place and try and do it again. I thought maybe doing it was half the motherboard. Maybe that might help, but it hasn't proven to help at all. So yeah, that's 110% in where it's supposed to be. This might be the biggest rookie move I think I've ever done. I think there's a plastic bit that I'm supposed to take off. And I've put it on upside down. Okay, I'm going to stop by here. And I think I'm going to come back in about 5 once I've figured out what I'm doing. Alright, so, yeah.
Will Jaymz mess up the PSP? Or will he actually do his job and fix it? Find out next time on D'Review Ting.